Welcome to the Biz Bash podcast, where we make biz strategy a piece of cake. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Cami, but you might know us better as Eliza Ann Calligraphy and Cami Monet. We want to help you, our fellow stationers, artists, and calligraphers, confidently build a profitable and personality-driven creative biz.
We're here to share our honest-to-goodness advice and actionable strategies for ambitious artists.
So put on your party hat, quit being a procrastinator gator, and let's get this party started.
Hello, all you fine people out there in podcast land. Welcome back to the Biz Birthday Bash podcast. Today we have a fabulous guest with us. We're really excited. She's a TikTok superstar. And you guys are going to love her. She's shaking her head, but it's true. She is. So let me tell you a little bit about our guest, Maddie. So Maddie is an artist and a small business owner from Dallas, Texas, where she lives with her hubby and her 2 dogs. So her art career started when she was just a little tiny baby, just a small child, not baby, you guys, and grew to painting and selling watercolor pet portraits through college. She got a bachelor's degree in education and was a teacher for 5 years while running a small pet portrait Etsy shop on the side. When the pandemic hit, she was able to expand her business to digital artwork and unique pet portraits, which quickly grew her Instagram following as Mad Mill Art. She expanded her business and officially named it Tailgate Pups, which is just the cutest, by the way. I have to let you know.
Thank you.
So after gaining a following on Instagram and building a successful side business, she decided to take her work to TikTok in December of 2020. And after a very short month on TikTok, her Tailgate Pups t-shirts went viral and changed her life forever. Her 2 dogs, Hank and is it Mose? Is that how you say it?
Yes, Mose.
Hank and Mose were the inspiration for her business, Tailgate Pups, and she owes it all to their viral videos and cute antics as she was able to quit teaching to work full-time in her business. This is so exciting. Maddie, welcome.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you here. And is Mose named after like Mose from The Office, or you just like the name Mose?
He is named after The Office. Yes, my husband is a huge Office fan.
I was like, I've never heard that name in any other context other than The Office, so I had to ask.
Yep, that's
of course. Well, we're super excited to be able to ask you all these questions about TikTok. I think as small business owners, it can be really overwhelming. Every time there's a new version of social media or even like reels on Instagram, people are like, oh, please, for the love of God, like, I don't know what to do with this. So we are just happy that you get to kind of impart some wisdom on what this process looked like for you. So first, we got a little bit of your background from the bio that you had kind of written up for us to share. But do you want to put into your own words too a little bit about your creative journey and how you got into this space? And then you are full-time officially now. So when did that happen?
So I started full-time actually back in March of this year. So it's been a little bit, so that's exciting. I have always been creative, like I said in the bio. Like I started doing art, like my mom and my grandma would always tell me, like when I was like 2 years old, I was drawing, painting. Like I just have always been that way. And then I kind of moved through different mediums. And then in college, I was doing watercolor pet portraits, and I'd like sit on the floor of my apartment and like paint. And then I kind of moved back home. I got married and all that. And I continued doing that stuff like Etsy on the side, just like while I was being a teacher. I actually started grad school because I was working with kids with autism. And while I was doing my online like grad school, I would be like painting pet portraits that I was selling. And I realized like, maybe I need to not be in grad school. Like maybe I need to pursue this more. And so it just kind of expanded and like kept going. And then, like I said, the pandemic hit and I moved kind of into the digital art space and started selling portraits and stuff. And it kind of just took off from there. So, but yeah.
Super exciting. It's fun hearing how everyone's journeys are so different to get kind of to where they are. So tell us what first drew you to TikTok. Like, why did you even decide, hey, I'm gonna download this app and give it a try? What was going through your mind at that point?
So like I had done, Instagram. I mean, I'd had Instagram for like forever, but like for art, I had started it at the very beginning of 2020, like before the pandemic hit, and then grew my following there. And I had watched a lot of TikTok. Like I was like the type that lays in bed at night, like scrolling through TikTok, And like, I was kind of like an observer for a while. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll just like make funny little videos here and there, like kind of showcasing like products or whatever. And it kind of happened. My business had blown up because I used Etsy back then. Now I have a website, but I was using Etsy throughout basically the holiday season last year in 2020. And around the holidays, I started making like funny videos about like my family wondering where I'm at and like whatever. And it was like me making all my products and like packaging and like whatever. And I think I had like 50 followers on TikTok, like nothing crazy. I wasn't really like trying to do anything with it, but I just like downloaded it and just was like doing it for fun kind of. And it was before I feel like TikTok really like grew into what it is now. So yeah, it was just for fun.
Okay, just for fun. Yeah, Cami, you had a stage of just for fun TikToks.
I mean, TikTok for me was just for fun. I was like, I'll download this and do some stuff just for fun. But I never, like, I mean, it's always been in the back of my head, like, oh, how can I utilize this for my business? But like, it's also like really hard for me to think of TikToks. I don't know why.
Yes.
Like, I just feel like it's really difficult. Like an Instagram story or an Instagram post seems like, oh, I can do that in like 2 seconds. But like a TikTok, I'm like, okay, I gotta like do all these videos and like set the timer, and it just seems like kind of daunting and overwhelming. So it sounds like you just kind of started with just something simple and it kind of grew from there.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, and TikTok has like a huge learning curve. Like when I first downloaded it, I was like, I am old.
Yes, it's so much editing.
Yeah, the editing
sure.
is a little weird. Like my first TikTok video I ever did, I was like, I could have done that so much better. Like I didn't understand how it worked. So definitely a little bit of a learning curve there. So it's really cool that you've like taken control of that. So let's talk about how you started like gaining traction on TikTok. So you started with some of those, like, we'll call them just like low key videos in December. And then how did you start getting like picking up followers, picking up seeing and getting that traction?
So like I was saying before, like I did that was December. So like, y'all know holiday season for like anybody with a small business is just insane. And then actually like I kind of took a break, as a lot of us do during the holidays. And so I just know the specific date was January 2nd, but because I went back and looked at my video. But basically I was like, I had texted some of my friends, shout out because some of them are like A to Z directory people. I texted her and I was like, hey, I have this idea. I've been doing pet portraits and I've sold like some sweatshirts here and there with some like cute dog designs that I do or whatever. But I was like, what if I did like people's pets? Like, what if I drew them and then put them on a shirt? And she was like, oh my gosh, I think people would love it. And I was like, I don't know, like whatever. And so
let's name drop. Who's your friend in the directory? We have to know.
Her name's Anna. So,
Anna, okay. Oh, yeah, hey, Anna.
Hey.
She like deserves the shout out.
Seriously, she's like my little biz bestie. We're like across the country, so like it's just Anyway,
I love that other people in that group are having biz besties though, because it just like makes you want to cry, because that was everything Cami and I like wanted it to be, and we're like the fairy godmothers. We're like,
you are.
Boppity boo. Okay, sorry. I digress. Anyways.
No, it's totally fine. So anyway, I texted her and like asked her and she's like, no, go for it. And so I was like, okay. So I have like in my bio, I have 2 dogs and they're like my whole life. I don't have kids. So like we're those dog parents that like have birthday party, like millennial dog parents. So we, and I know y'all are like cat people. So like, sorry, it's dog heavy.
Listen, I'm an animal person. People always get confused, but I love them all. Like literally, if you have a pet snake, I'm going to be down. Pet alligator, let's go.
Right. But yeah, so I took my dog Hank. He's a yellow lab, very basic dog, and I drew a picture of him and then I put him just like on a t-shirt and I was like, took a little video of me making it with my Cricut machine, like drawing him on Procreate, nothing, like literally so simple, and took the little video. And it was like a Saturday night and I was like, oh, I'm going to post this on TikTok. Okay. So I'm laying in bed. It's like 9:00 at night. Okay. And I go and I post the video. And like I said, I had like probably less than 100 followers, like nothing. And I wake up Sunday morning and my phone is buzzing. Like it is going off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is there an emergency? Like, cause I just hear, I'm like, somebody's calling me, whatever. And I pick up my phone and I'm like, what in the world? It had gone like viral. It had like hundreds of thousands of views. I had my Etsy like messages were like full, and Instagram, like it blew up like insane. And I was like, what is going on? And I went to the video and like all these people are like, how do I get one? I need this, blah, blah, blah. And can you draw cats? Can you draw bunnies? Like, blah, 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 like all this. And I just was like shocked. Like I didn't know what to do with like all the notifications. It was crazy. So that kind of started my TikTok journey.
Okay. And so what about that post? People just liked it so much that they were asking you like where they could buy it and going to your bio and going to your site. So there wasn't like any call to action or anything like that on that post.
So I had put in there just like briefly like, oh, I'm going to upload these on my shop on Monday. So this was Sunday. And so more to the story, a little more in depth, but like I had put that like they'll drop Monday, whatever. Like I said, never had anything like crazy viral. So like I didn't expect that. So I expected my like loyal followers that have been around forever to like be like excited about it. Maybe a couple of them buy it. So then I'm like, okay. So I go to my husband and I'm like, what do I do? Like I have hundreds of messages on Etsy. Like, what do I do with this? And he's like, put up 100 of them. Just put them up on Etsy on Monday. Put up 100 of them. Like, see how it goes. And I was like, I don't think that's going to sell, but like, fine. So Monday, I'm a teacher back then. Okay. So Monday, we are coming back from Christmas break and I go to a meeting, and at 2:00, I was going to press live on Etsy and like, let them go. I go to a meeting and they sold out in 2 minutes. And I had people commenting on Instagram like, they already sold out. And so I'm looking at my phone and I'm in this meeting and I'm like, oh no, I must have like not put the right quantity in or like whatever. No, like they sold out in 2 minutes. Like it was insanity.
So I need to go. Okay.
I
need to like go
out
to
right
your
now.
Instagram.
I feel like I have to turn on my camera just so you can see my face because I'm just like this whole time.
Like, I didn't believe it. I cried so much.
Oh my Lanta. Like that is just so freaking cool. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so many other questions. Cami goes first, but what's your Instagram handle? Because now I need to go like stock these products.
So I have two. I'm annoying. But my business is Tailgate Pups, and my personal one that has like kind of a bigger following, that's what I started with, is Maddie and the Pups.
Okay, I'll look at the Tailgate Pups since that's the stuff you're kind of doing now. Anyways, continue, Cami, with the other questions.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw this video on TikTok because I think I follow you, or at least I watched your stuff. I don't know. Maybe I just saw it because it was in my feed because you went viral. Maybe. But can you tell our audience like what the video like was actually about? Just like give a little like brief rundown. Like was it you like showing how to make the product or something like that, or what was it?
Yeah, so the video was me like hugging my dog at the beginning, and then I was like, watch me put your dog on a shirt or something like along those lines. I don't remember the exact wording. And it was just basically like, watch me put this dog on a shirt. And so like then the next shot is of me like drawing it on the iPad, and then the next one is like it being cut out or whatever, and then me putting on the shirt and then like wearing it. And that's it. Like it was like nothing crazy, but it was showing the process of like turning it into. So I don't know if that helped.
People loved it. And then with that, okay, so TikTok hashtags have me feeling some kind of way. Like I do not understand like how they really work. So do you feel like it went viral because of like a hashtag specifically, or like the TikTok algorithm is kind of weird in general? You know, I think it just kind of like is like, let's show this to people. And if they like it, then we'll keep showing it to more people. So do you think there was like anything there that kind of set the tone?
I think that back then, because the algorithm has changed a lot, it's kind of like a game like Instagram, which I know we're all frustrated by. It back then, I feel like if people are, it's kind of like Instagram, if they're engaging with it, then it's going to be pushed out to more. And so then it would go on the For You page on TikTok. And that's where I think more and more people saw it. And the more it was being interacted with, the more it was pushing it out. But now with TikTok, from what I've been like reading and stuff, because it has changed, is that it's like pushing it out to your followers first and seeing how they interact with it before it'll put you on the For You page. So if your followers don't interact with it, then it's not going to end up on the For You page for like random, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So interesting.
Yeah.
All your stuff is super cute, though. Oh, man, I'm like taking a look at the Tailgate Pups things. I could see how that would catch on so well. Do you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if your grandparents ever had these. The sweatshirts, white, blah, blah, blah. Hold on, everybody. The white crew neck sweatshirts. I don't know why that was like so hard to get out. With the little like illustrations of their grandchildren on them. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, my grandparents like have those. They have a matching set of them. My
That
dad's
is so
parents
cute.
do. So that's what this reminds me of with like people's dogs on them, right?
Yeah.
So after that first post, then you started posting more on TikTok at like the beginning of this year after all that happens. I love the story that you're like, I must have put the quantity in wrong. Like I must have messed this up.
Yeah.
I know. Wait, hold on. Before we talk more about TikTok, let's back up because I want to find out how you how did it go managing all those crazy orders the first time? Because obviously you're just like so overwhelmed. Like, was that just like a really scary part of the process? And you're like, I never want to do this again, because we've all been there.
It was definitely overwhelming because I had gone from like the Christmas season, which I had thought was overwhelming, but like I was like a little baby business back then. And then it exploded into this. And I feel like I was like, wow, this is crazy. And it sold out. And then I had like hundreds more messages asking when they were going to restock. So my husband's like, you need to get these out the door and restock them because people like them before it like loses traction, you know, or like people get bored of it or whatever. And so, and I can now tell you that I still sell these. So, and it's September. So they're like still good. But I just kept, basically I would tell people like, hey, I'm going to drop these, you know, on whatever date. And then kind of just like worked the cycle a little bit and I'd get them out as fast as I could. But it was wild.
How have you adjusted your pricing at all since you started doing this?
It depends on what I'm selling with it, because like at first they were just like plain old t-shirts, but now like I have sweatshirts and I have more options. So the prices have changed a little bit. Also with like, I don't know if it's COVID or what, but like prices of material has gone up randomly. And like sometimes my suppliers just like randomly raise the price. So like that's been something I have to work through.
So the custom element of it though, like you drawing that line drawing or that digital rendition of their dog, that element of the pricing hasn't changed?
No, not really. It changed a little bit when I jumped from Etsy to my website. Because I just shifted kind of a lot of stuff then, but that hasn't really, I'm not charging like an arm and a leg for it because it is just kind of like a line drawing. So.
Right. No, I mean, that's a great answer in terms of like, you're comfortable with your pricing from the beginning. Cause sometimes creatives will have this happen and they're like, I wanted to die because I did not charge enough. So good for you that you felt like you were already kind of like in a good place with that you didn't have to make too many adjustments going forward.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so now we can move on to more about TikTok. Okay, so then like your next video after this, where you're just like, I've got to do another banger. Like, how am I gonna like maintain this traction, basically?
Yes, it was like, I was like, okay, so is this like a one-hit wonder kind of thing, or like, do I keep going? And so I just found more ways to like be engaging. And like the thing with TikTok is, our generation now is very like fast, like they want like that instant gratification and all that. So like with TikToks, you kind of have to like come up with something that's like a hook, you know, like to get them from the very beginning, and you have to get them within the first like 2 seconds or they're just like lost. So after that video, like I posted some similarly, but then like I do a couple where like my dog Mose will package an order. So like I'll get his little paws and I'll like,
I love it. I love it.
So Mo's goes viral sometimes when he packages orders.
Yeah. So what's your current following on TikTok then?
I have about 20,000.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. I gotta go watch one of Mo's packing an order because that is like such a brilliant idea. No, that's really good. And it's so true. Like the attention span, you literally have like 0.1 second to be like, am I going to continue watching this? And that's what's so important for gaining that traction on TikTok is like getting people to watch it all the way through basically and interact with it some way.
Exactly.
Have you guys seen the Happy Earth Day TikTok with the planets? If you have not, I will send you both a link after this video. It is my all-time favorite TikTok, and it makes me laugh so hard I cry every time I watch it.
I need to see it.
I hope some people listening have seen it and know what I'm talking about, but it is just TikTok is just kind of like hilarious.
Yeah,
it's very amusing and funny, and I've found myself scrolling through it a little more recently. So, okay, Maddie, for people who are just thinking about TikTok, maybe want to get started on TikTok, let's break some of the misconceptions down of it. Like, what are some things that you hear that people are like, oh, I don't want to do it because of X, or I don't want to do it because of Y? Like, what kind of excuses are you hearing for TikTok? And do you think they're valid or not? Like, can you shed some insight on them?
So I have several. But and I'm gonna preface by saying I am in no way like a TikTok like expert.
For sure.
But I definitely feel like I can give like some advice to you guys. But the main one I think that a lot of people see, especially like people like our age or maybe a little older that are creatives, is that it's for the younger generation. And like there is a big chunk of that, but I think as TikTok has kind of blown up in the last like year or two, now you see like celebrities using it and stuff, and it's become like more overall used like kind of Instagram. But you just have to know your audience. Like there is a lot of like teeny boppers on TikTok, but then you have like, if you have your niche of people, like if you're like a wedding stationer or something and you want to post about that, like the algorithm is going to figure out that like it shouldn't be posting or pushing your stuff to like 13-year-olds on TikTok. You know, like I think using the correct hashtags, interacting, like the more you interact with other people like yourself, then it's going to push you out there. So I think being afraid that it's all Gen Z and no one's going to buy my wedding stationery because it's just a bunch of teenagers, like that's not really the case.
And I think it's been cultural shifting in a lot of ways. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but if you are watching ads, like while watching a TV show, or like we would see them on Hulu a lot, like when we had the Hulu version that like had ads where companies, like bigger corporate companies now, like Old Navy and Target, are doing advertisements with people dancing in them. Yeah. It's like, and I was like, they're doing this because like TikTok is like a cultural movement. I was like making a big deal about it. He's like, you're being really dramatic. But then once I pointed it out to him, he like started noticing it, you know? So it's like, sure, maybe it was for the kids at first. Maybe that's how people also felt about like Facebook or Instagram when they first came out. And now Facebook is like for old people. So it's kind of funny how that all changes eventually.
Yeah. And I thought that was a really good tip too, Maddie, about like interacting with content that's similar to your own, like keep doing the same kind of content. Like, I mean, if you were trying to use it for business and you're just putting stuff like all different things, like personal and business, I feel like TikTok is not the place where it really works for that. Like it kind of has to be, you got to like pick a lane, like in TikTok, you know, if you really want to gain traction, that's what it's sounding like. You got to like stay in your lane.
Yeah. And I definitely like another piece of advice that I like want to give is that people think that if you have like, let's say you have 100,000 followers, that's going to translate into like all these crazy sales. And it's not. Like you have to be posting your products. Like I could post a pic or a video of like me and Hank just doing something funny, my dog. And I could get a bajillion views, but that doesn't mean like I'm not showing people a product. So they're not going to know to go to my page and click on my website, right? So like it's knowing that like the content that you're creating and putting out also, like if you're wanting to sell a product or sell your business or your services, then like those are the videos you need to be putting out there too.
Yeah, I want Cammie to bring spooky, scary skeletons back with her party pennants on TikTok.
I know.
Ooh, yes.
I get so intimidated by doing a video. I don't know why. Like, I have no problem being on camera. I think it's like the perfection element. Like, I'm like, the lighting is not 100 right now, or like there's something weird in the background, and like I just like lose my mind. Like, a photo is so easy to edit, and I can be like, oh, there's a scuff mark. I'll just Photoshop that out with the video. I'm like, I don't know. It's just gonna look janky, I guess. So I feel like that's something I gotta get over for sure.
Right. Done is better than perfect.
Done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
I know. Oh Lord, that's like my life motto. But seriously, shoot, I just had a question and it totally went away. You know why? It's because I have my video on. I gotta turn it off, you guys.
Okay.
I can't see my
There she goes. There she goes again. I was going to say too that, certain platforms aren't for everyone. So there's probably people who are listening to it who are like, I'll never use TikTok. And that's okay because, there's people who never use Pinterest or never use Instagram or, like there's certain things for everyone. And I would say that TikTok does lend itself super well to products because you're right that people like see something and they want it. So it is a little harder for like service-based industries, I think, to get good traction there because people are like, oh, I'll buy my wedding invitations from you, but I have to wait like 6-8 weeks, whatever, to get them. That's kind of like tough and hard and different. I think it could work well for like custom stationery, semi-custom, where it's like maybe a collection that they could order, but it's hard for service-based stuff. I have seen some creatives who are doing some like reels and things that are wedding invitation related that I really like and I think are cute and informative. It's just interesting, like whether or not those are converting, in the same way that like a product-based thing could potentially convert people. So I think you found like a really good little niche, and especially because your stuff is so targeted and specific. It's like dog people, like for the most part, like that's what you're advertising and pushing and putting out there. So you're connecting with people who want that from you.
Yes. And I remember what I was going to say, you guys. I was going to ask, like, how are you? What are some tips for getting that conversion rate up? Like, do you have some tips on being like, this is how you get that video to convert, not only get the views, but like to convert to actual sales?
Yeah. So I'm actually really glad you asked this because I was going to talk about it and I didn't remember until right now. Like, the trick to me is like taking some of like the trends or whatever and turning it to being about your product. So like I had a video that I made and it was that like Good For You song, like that sassy like new song. I'm sure y'all have heard it. And everybody was like saying something sassy into the camera about it. And I turned it into being about like Karens who expect like my hand-drawn dog t-shirts to ship like Amazon Prime. And that video blew up. And it was just me being sassy and like doing the trend of just singing the words to the song. But my text on the video said like, when Karen expects her hand-drawn dog t-shirt to be shipped, but like Amazon Prime. And then people are commenting, wait, did you say hand-drawn dog t-shirt? Like, and then like all of the commentary and like the engagement of it of like, wait, can you draw my dog? Or how do I order this? And is it on your website? Blah, blah, blah. And so like all the comments and all the engagement then pushed out. And so it went viral, but it was just a trend. I'm literally just talking to the camera, like mouthing lyrics to a song, but the text was what caught people. So to me, it's like using those trends in your favor to promote your product. It's kind of sneaky marketing.
Yeah. I like that. It's smart because then you can ride that wave of other things that are popular. And then hopefully, because of the whole way that TikTok algorithm works, you're getting pushed into that explore feed or for you. Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
For you. All the other terminology.
It's the
makes me like feel old.
It's FYP, Elizabeth.
FYP.
Okay?
I'm like not even 30 yet, guys, and I just feel so like aged by everything.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's a great tip because once those like songs and stuff are trending, like that's where the magic happens. Okay, so then another big question I have is, are you reposting your TikToks to Reels on Instagram? Or what do you think about Reels on Instagram? Just give us some insight there.
I have some like conflicting feelings about Reels because Instagram, okay, this is my opinion. Instagram kind of like jumped
Lay it on us.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. I feel like Instagram's trying to be TikTok. They've seen that's not a me opinion. That's a lot of people's opinion. But
that's the truth right there. Okay.
They stole
Seriously.
Snapchat stuff too, dude. It's not the first time. They stole stories
Exactly.
from Snapchat. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
pretty well-known fact.
And the filters, yeah.
Exactly. And so they are trying to be like TikTok because they're seeing that like now our generation is really interacting with videos and liking videos more than like just pictures. And so them adding the reels, I think, is good for Instagram, but like there's all these different things like rules. Like a lot of people out there say, oh, the algorithm won't show your stuff if you repost a TikTok with the TikTok watermark. If you post that on Instagram, just rip it straight from TikTok and put it there, then Instagram will like hide it because it doesn't want you like promoting TikTok. And so, but then I've posted videos with the TikTok and without, and I've seen kind of like the same amount of views. So I feel like
I see stuff with the TikTok thing all the time. Like a lot of reels that show up in my Explore feed have that. So I don't know how much, like truth there would be to that.
Yeah. So it's just kind of frustrating because I feel like with reels, I could post something that's viral on TikTok and I could post the exact same thing on reels and it gets like 100 views or something, like I don't know what Instagram's deal is, but I feel like they change the algorithm like every single day. And so we just can't catch up.
Yeah. And then people are frustrated too because they're like, okay, I'm hearing from Instagram. I need to be doing reels now to get attention. And they're like, I started doing reels and crickets. So like what the heck is going on here? I don't know. They're having a crisis. They're freaking out. They're probably realizing they never should have like changed it this much because people are just starting to get annoyed and people are starting to like peace out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is frustrating. I think it's easier to edit in TikTok than it is on Reels.
Oh, really? Okay, I have a pretty good handle on Reels, so maybe I'll have to like try some of the TikTok editing stuff. I do see stuff that I think is like very funny on TikTok. So
that's where like everything funny starts on the internet. So we're there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Maddie, from your experience with TikTok, like especially this year, if you could pinpoint like a certain type of creative or a certain type of person that would really benefit from using TikTok, who would that be and why? Because obviously this won't be for everyone. So like what kind of person is really going to thrive on that platform?
I honestly think that like all types of people can be successful if they want to be on TikTok. It's just like as far as creative standpoint, I think product based is easier. Like you were saying with the more service industry, that's not me, so I'm not sure like how that would translate over to TikTok. But I think product based creatives, because even artwork, like even if you paint or anything, you can show like the behind the scenes kind of stuff that goes on. Like people love to watch that. People like to watch, like sometimes I'll post videos of like lettering. So like if you're a calligrapher, like that could be something showing that process because people like it's those like satisfying videos, that everybody like reshares all the time. Like things like that, like showing how you're doing things, those kind of people. But it's hard because it's like while you're working on your products, it's hard to remember like, oh, I need to record this while I'm doing it, and then edit it and then put it. But I just think like product based for sure. Like I know that the directory, like everybody has like a million different kind of businesses and everything, but I think that it's so diverse on TikTok that like, I mean, I've seen people sell crazy things on TikTok, and you see it and you're like, I never even knew this existed. So then it's showing a different audience, I feel like, your product that maybe they wouldn't have seen before.
Right. Like it used to be all the products that were like as seen on TV. Like I specifically bought a garden hose recently that my grandpa was like, this is as seen on TV. He was so excited about it. And now it's like as seen on TikTok. Legit. Yes. So many people are like buying things, these like hair curling things. And like, I don't know, I get sucked into random stuff all the time. Like this is so bad.
No, it really is like the untapped gold mine. Well, untapped for me. I mean, not for you, Maddie, you're crushing it. But I'm like, like, what am I doing?
Cammie, I know your cute little, oh my gosh, the party pennants. I can just imagine so many different
Come down and
TikToks.
be my TikTok video director because I just like I cannot get myself to do it. I don't know why. Okay, so Maddie, obviously I have problems getting myself to do it, but have you made TikTok like part of your marketing strategy where you're like, I'm going to make one TikTok a week, or is it just like, oh, this is going to be good, I'll make one now, or like how is that like? Is that become like your main outreach strategy for bringing in new customers?
I would say yes. I think TikTok is the way that I've brought in a lot of new people and kind of direct them to my website or to Instagram. I think TikTok's easier to get the new people because of the For You page and everything and how the algorithm kind of pushes you out to like new audience, more so than Instagram, because Instagram, I feel like your stuff, unless people are physically sharing it, it's not like going to get seen by new people. So I try to post like several times a week. There's a lot of people out there, and there's people on TikTok who like that's their job to like tell you how to work the algorithm and like what's trending. And they'll tell you, oh, you need to post this many times a week and this and that. And I've tried it. And my biggest thing is I think the more that you post, the more likely, it's going to get out there and be seen. And you can creep on my TikTok. Like I have a lot of videos that have like no views. So like I'm not like going viral like once a week or anything, but it's like if you get enough of those videos, then you kind of get that audience built in. So it's just consistency, I would say.
Yep. Like any good thing comes with time and consistency, I feel like.
Yes, that is a very good tip for TikTok, especially. I feel like I'm going to like challenge myself to do one a week.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be doable.
I feel like Julian would have a lot of fun helping you, Cammie.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her after this. I'm really.
I was actually going to be like,
meeting.
We need to go talk to
Annie.
Julian.
I'm just going to be like, all right, at team meeting, everyone has to come up with TikTok ideas and then we execute them. Okay. So that's your new homework. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I want to talk to you more about how you made that decision to go full time, because I feel like TikTok was such like a huge driver for that. And I just want to hear more about your decision to actually go full time and quit your job being a teacher, because that's always a crazy, crazy turning point too. And I know our audience will really love hearing that.
Yeah. Thank you for asking that. It's been kind of a wild ride. I'm not going to say I didn't love teaching because I had a good run. It wasn't my like lifelong passion. So whereas like my friends who were teachers, like that is their passion and like good for them. It just, for me, like being creative has always been like in the back of my mind. And so I knew I wanted to do something. And so being able to do like kind of the side hustle of my business while I was teaching, and then the pandemic hit and I was teaching during that time when we went into lockdown and everybody was at home, and I had a lot more time because I wasn't teaching all day long. I wasn't in a classroom for 8 hours out of the day. We would have, and I was teaching special education at that time. And so I had more meetings than teaching because those kids were getting teaching from their teachers. And so like I would kind of get done early and things like that. And so I could kind of like work on things. And it just grew into like a big Instagram following and all that. And it kept growing. And I talked to my husband because I was like, listen, this has become like 2 full-time jobs. There was a lot of nights, especially during the Christmas season last year, where even he was helping me. There was one night we were up to like 3:00 in the morning. I know y'all know those nights. And I was like, I cannot do 2 full-time jobs forever. Like I've got to make a choice. And so we talked about it, what kind of like small goals I needed to reach. And I ended up reaching those goals a lot faster than we expected, and which I'm so thankful for. And then I was pretty close. Like I knew I wasn't going to go back this year to teach, but I didn't realize how much TikTok was going to like push me over the edge even more. So like I had reached the point right before the viral videos of, hey, yeah, I'm going to be able to quit teaching. And then those happened. And it was like, my husband was like, okay, so we need to reevaluate things because I think that you need to like do this full time. And so I talked to family about it, and thankfully like my parents are super supportive and everything. And my husband's super supportive. And so they were like, you need to go for it. Like you can't do both. Like it's, I don't know, there's like a famous saying and I'm not going to say it right, but like basically like you're doing two things halfway, you need to pick one and do it like the full way. Like, I don't know the nice way to say that, but
It's like the jack of all trades is an ace of none. That's what a
Yeah.
lot of people will say sometimes. And apparently there's like a second half to that quote. I can't remember what the rest of it is. And people always shorten it.
yeah.
But yes, that's like the gist of it, I think.
You can't ride two horses with one butt, is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
That's a way better, Cammie.
I
I
love
actually
it.
prefer that.
Yes.
Oh
So-
boy.
But yeah, so that's kind of like, I don't know, that's how it was for me. I just got to the point where it was like, wow, I've hit all these milestones with my business. I'm not enjoying teaching anymore. And like, why am I stressing myself out when I can do something I love full time and get to be at home and all that? So yeah.
Yep. So here you are, and you've had a full April, May, June, July, August, going 4 or 5 months now, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Oh my gosh. Are you getting prepared for the holiday season now? Just like for
Yes.
the shenanigans.
Oh gosh. Yes, like things have already ramped up. Like, I'm pretty busy right now. And I didn't mention this before, but my mom actually like works for Tailgate Pups now. So she comes a few days a week. And so yeah, I'm not even like a one-woman show anymore because it got like so crazy. So my mom started helping me back, I think it was like May. So I really was only alone for like a little bit, and then it just kept spiraling. And so, you get to that point where you're like, I physically can't do this by myself. So she's here to help me.
Where do you keep all your inventory? Are you working from a specific room or area inside your home?
So I have 2 rooms in our house.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel my poor husband, but he's like, I don't want to pay for a warehouse, so we're just going to use the house. Eventually that's the goal, to like move everything out. But yeah, we have like a whole room that's just shelves of like t-shirts and stuff and inventory and packaging, and yeah, it's crazy.
I
Totally
love it.
understand
Sounds
that.
familiar, huh, Cammie?
Yeah.
Totally get that. So yes. Oh, but it's good though. It is nice to be able to have all your stuff right there. And then yeah, so it'll be nice.
It is. I feel like, I don't know if you guys are like this, but like, I feel like since it's at my house, I work more because I'm like, oh, I could
100%.
just go do this, right? Like, 'cause it's in the next room. But
Yeah, I literally am just now, but where I'm like, I will be at home because obviously now that I have my own studio, you guys, and not in my house, I'll be at home and I'm like just sitting there. And Alex is like, my husband's like, I've never seen you just like sit there. And I'm like, well, I don't have anything to work on right now. Like, so it's not here. Like, because I'd be like cooking dinner. I'd be like, oh, well, while this rice is boiling, I'll just go pack an order real quick or
Yes.
start the printer up or whatever. It's like, I can't do that. And so I'm like, oh, I'm fully invested in whatever I'm doing right now. So it kind of works out good.
Cammie, is your old office in your house like right now just completely empty?
Right now it has a table saw in it from where Alex did the ceiling. But yeah, it's pretty much empty. Pretty much completely empty.
That's weird.
Yeah. So that was like the workstation for the guys to do the ceiling. We did like these ceiling planks, like shiplap on our ceiling. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. All right. So Maddie, to kind of wrap up the episode, just tell us what your final remaining goals for the rest of 2021 are. Like, what are you hoping to kind of achieve in your business? And then what are you looking forward to in 2022?
For the rest of the year, I think just like keeping up with the momentum, like being able to keep, like, I have a certain, like, obviously like money goal, but like keep up with everything that's happening right now, and like the current products I have, like keep them going, but also like I have some new stuff that's coming, and by the time this airs, it'll probably already be out. But like hoping that those things sell, and like I have some good launches, and that we like survive the Christmas season and like get through all that. So my goals are just to like keep up with where I'm at and not like fall behind. But 2022, like definitely hoping for some new products, and yeah, so that's I've got exciting things coming. So just looking towards the future and keep up with what I have right now too.
Yeah, that's
I love how
awesome.
we're all just like, we just want to survive the holidays. Not even like,
Yes.
I just want to have a good holiday season. It's like, I just want to make it through
Survive.
unscathed. Like, I'm like, last year I was just really excited about the holidays, and now I'm like, I am so scared. Like,
Yes.
oh, it's just so funny.
I know Cammie's gonna need another like 3 to 5 packing elves during the holiday season.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Poor
know.
Julianne. Julianna's just working away, making all those party pennants for Halloween.
Julian is crushing the party pennants right now.
I love that though. All right, Maddie, tell everyone where they can find you. So obviously your handle on TikTok, reiterate the 2 places on Instagram and your website for us.
Yeah. So on TikTok, I am at Tailgate Pups. And then on Instagram, we're also at Tailgate Pups. And then my like personal and artist one is Maddie and the Pups. And then our website is tailgatepups.com.
Perfect.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, Maddie, this is so great. Now I'm going to have to go stalk you on TikTok. I'm going to steal all your trends. I'm just going to mirror everything she does. It's going to be great. Unfortunately, I don't have any cats here to help me pack an order, but there's some strays outside.
I know,
I'll go
the
grab
little
one
like
of those.
cat paws packing an order would be so funny.
I'll just
Do
bring one
it.
to the office one day. I think that'd be really cute.
Kim, do you want to do housekeeping or do you want me to do it?
I will housekeep. I will keep the house. Okay, everybody. Oh, what am I doing for housekeeping? Elizabeth, I literally just forgot everything we do for
I
housekeeping.
know.
Okay.
That's why I was like, do you want me to do it?
No,
It's
I'm ready. Okay. If you have a question for us, please go to bizbirthdaybash.com/Q and Cake. That's where we answer all your questions on our Q and Cake episodes. So just go there, leave a question. It can be any question you want to leave. So just leave some new ones, y'all. It is time. If you ever want to like DM us a question, don't DM us. Be like, you know what? I should go to bizbirthdaybash.com/Q and Cake and leave it there so we can answer it then. And then, of course, it's time to leave a review as well. If you are wearing blue jeans today, that's like half of you, then you have to wear it. No, you have to write a review. It has to be 5 stars. We don't do anything below 5 stars, so please leave us a review. And if you guys are also doing awesome things on TikTok, I would love to go follow you. So maybe DM me your TikTok so I can go follow you. Because I'm just a lurker over there. But yes. Okay. I think that is it. Elizabeth, did I miss something? I feel like I missed something.
you're a lurker for now, but
I'm a lurker for now. But
you won't be
later,
one.
I won't be.
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
No, I think you got everything, Cammie. That's perfect. So, Maddie, thank you again. We
Thank you.
loved having you here today. And I think you're the one that initiated this with us, right?
Yes.
I think you might have reached out to Cammie. I'm so glad you did because we haven't really touched the subject at all yet. So I'm sure people loved listening in. Guys, make sure you go find Maddie, give her a follow, like her TikTok posts, buy some cute stickers and shirts and all that jazz.
And Maddie's one of our A to Z directory members. So
Yeah.
we love having you guys on the show. So if you're an A to Z directory member and you're like, I have something I want to share with everyone, please email us. hello@bizbirthdaybash.com and we can talk to you about getting on the show. Doing a little
Yes.
episode.
I know. We have more people from the A to Z directory that we are
have
interviewing.
The coolest people in our A to Z directory. Maddie is just further proof of that. Like, we really do. It just
Thank
makes
you.
me so happy.
I love it so much. All right, everybody. We will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning in.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. We're losing it. Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, we just wanted to hop in and talk about one of our amazing resources, the A to Z directory. All of us have thought at some point, how did she do that or how did she make that? And maybe you don't know where to start or how the heck to produce this amazing product you've dreamt up.
Well, the A to Z directory is the missing puzzle piece in your biz, you guys, seriously. So it's built in the form of a yearly membership, and it's your one-stop shop for finding suppliers and vendors for all the things. Literally where to print everything from custom invitations, greeting cards, mugs, koozies, acrylic printing, letterpress, custom ribbon. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And it literally goes from A to Z. From acrylic printers to zipper pouches, we have it in the A to Z directory.
We want to help all of you search less and create more with this list of 300 plus vendors and suppliers. Don't worry, they're very organized. It's not going to be overwhelming and confusing when you join. And this membership also includes access to a private Facebook community. It's incredibly active and involved. And if you need a question answered fast, that is definitely the place to go.
Yeah, our Facebook group really is the best, you guys. Everyone is so helpful in there, and we're in there too, answering questions you guys might have. So it's a great way to get access to us and ask us things without sliding into our DMs. So we're more likely to answer you in the Facebook group, just saying. Anyway, also in the Facebook group, this is new for 2020, and we're really excited about it. We are hosting monthly Power Hour Q&A sessions that are live, and these are only available to our A to Z directory members. So you can hop in with us live and ask us all your burning questions in real time and just hang out with us every month. And we do these at different times so you can actually be there live, and the replays are always available in the Facebook group for members.
This resource is priced at $147 a year, which honestly is extremely affordable and is full of so many benefits, such as exclusive vendor coupons for members only. And we would love to have you guys join. Seriously, it's kind of like our family and our tribe. So visit bizbirthdaybash.com/directory to sign up today and use coupon code podcast2020 to receive $20 off your first year. That's podcast, all caps, 2020 for $20 off your first year.
We can't wait to see you in the Facebook group.